All right, Shalom Makim, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you brothers out there doing the work in truth and sincerity. All right, let me go into Genesis, the 27th chapter, all right, because we talk about slavery, okay, enslaving to other nations, Esau, of course, which is biblically in the scriptures, okay, but I want to go through some scriptures to prove that actually the Lord set it up for these other nations to be our slaves. All right, it's part of our inheritance. Okay, it's part of our inheritance as Israelites, as princes of the power, princes of Yahweh. Okay, to actually have slaves, and for them to build up our kingdom, for them to wait and serve us. Okay, for them to serve us on every little facet of life. All right, because we're royalty. All right, we're royalty. We're gods. We're royalty. Okay, so the kingdom to come, you other nations, okay, you Chinese, you Japanese, okay, you Indians, you East Indians, Pakistanians, okay, you different tribes of you Africans, okay, South Africans, you Egyptians, okay, you different Ethiopians, you Cushites, okay, and you Polynesians, you Japhites, okay, throughout the different islands, okay, Hawaii, uh, uh, you got Micronesia, you got Samoa, which we have people that are scattered amongst them nations, all right, but them nations, okay, overall, you're going into slavery under the Israelites, okay? There's no other nation, if you're not an Israelite, you're going into slavery. I'm going to prove to you in the book of Genesis that the Most High set it up, okay, for us to get slaves, okay? And Isaac is the one who gave Jacob that blessing, which Isaac is our Lord Yahushai in the reincarnation, if you can accept it, okay? If you have that eye, if the Most High open up your eyes. All right, so Yahushai himself gave us that blessing of them heathens, okay? This is Genesis 20, 27, and 26. And his father Isaac said unto him, Come near now and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him. Okay, this is Jacob, okay? And he smelled the smell of raiment and blessed him and said, See, the smell of my son is as the smell of the field which the Lord, which Yahweh, has blessed. Now you got to go through the story. I'm not going to read the whole story. Read Genesis, the 27th chapter, and you'll find out what this is going into. Going into pretty much Jacob supplanted Esau for the birthright, which this was all set up in the spirit. This is just the physical manifestation of the Lord playing it out on the planet Earth, okay? Because it was already set up in the spirit for Jacob to receive that birthright, okay, and that blessing. All right, in the Most High, he had it to where the story played out where Jacob was going to supplant Esau for that birthright, and Esau was going to sell it. Okay, so this is Jacob supplanting Esau for that birthright, which Esau was supposed to get the birthright according to the order of the birth. Okay, the firstborn. Okay, verse 28. Therefore, the Most High give thee the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth and plenty of corn and wine. That means we're going to have the fatness of the earth, the dew of heaven. We're going to be living in the plushest lands. All right, we're going to have the plushest and the most amount of land to farm. Okay, we're going to be living in a state of milk and honey all our life. Okay, meaning the fatness. I mean, when something's fat, it's good. You got that big belly. That means you're eating good, man. That's how Jacob's gonna be. We're gonna receive that. We're gonna receive that fatness of the earth, okay? And plenty of corn and wine, man. We're gonna have all our crops, man. We're gonna be sipping wine. All right, we're not gonna be worrying about nothing. All right. Now this is the point, okay? In verse 29, this is part of the blessing that we'll receive. Let people serve thee, okay? A servant, okay? And nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, okay? Because really, we're all related in some form or fashion, okay? We all come from Adam. The scriptures tell you that. We all come from Adam, okay? Also, Esau was our brother, okay? You had Noah's three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, all right? But the Lord, he separated the nations, okay, according to the number of the children of Israel. Okay, and he blessed us, man. He didn't bless these other nations. These other nations had a time to rule. These other nations actually put royalty, God's chosen people, into slavery. Okay, and that was not our lot to go into slavery. The scriptures tell you that. Okay, it says, "Let people serve thee." All right, servants, and nations bow down to thee. When a nation bow down to you, all right, you have total control over that nation. All right. That's what we're going to have you other nations, okay, in total control, okay, in total slavery, all right, and you're going to be waiting on hand and foot on whatever our needs are, all right. When our kids are born, you're going to be taking care of our kids, all right. When we want food, you're going to cook our food, all right. You're going to clean our house, are you going to scrub our toilets, okay? You're going to wait on hand and foot, man, hand and foot, all right. You're going to be a total servant from the time that you wake up. From the time that you're born to the time that you die, all right? A total slave, all right? You're going to be in total slavery, all right? But we're going to do it the righteous way, all right? We're not going to do it like Esau, put you in a contractual slave, all right? And have you walk on concrete, hurt your back all day, give you different medicines to mess you up, okay? Which are not medicine, which is pretty much witchcraft. We're not gonna do that, man. All right, we gonna live one in harmony with the earth, and other nations gonna love serving us. Okay, and we gonna just beat it into you first. Okay, we're gonna beat it into you. All right, it's not gonna be a smooth. It's gonna be a smooth transition for us, but it's not gonna be a smooth transition for you other nations. Okay, I'm talking about you Africans, you Chinese, you Polynesians. Okay, you Japanese. Okay, you East Indians. Okay, all you other heathen nations. Okay, you were created to be servants unto Israel, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Okay, that's right. Esau, Ishmael, all you heathen nations, man. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee. All right, so you even think about even trying to curse Jake, or say something in your mind. Are you going to be cursed? Okay, and blessed be he that blesseth thee. Yeah, that's right. The only way you're going to be able to receive any type of blessing is that you got to be hand in hand with us, man. You got to be on one accord with serving Jake, with serving Israel, the Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, the ones that you call niggas, spics, tomahawks, drunk Indians, the ones that you look down upon. Okay, the ones that you look down upon in this life. Okay, in Esau's kingdom, which is the so-called white man, are going to be the same ones that you're going to be serving hand and foot. Are you going to be in shackles? Are you going to be in shackles, man? Are you going to be rubbing our feet? You're going to be making our clothes? Are you going to be in the ground digging for different minerals and gold? Are you going to build our homes? It's the scriptures say, and I'm going to get it if the Spirit allow it, in Isaiah the 60th chapter, how there's going to be continual employment. Let me just get it. It's right here. Let me just find it, because I can jump around. Oh, it's right there. That's the Spirit. I can jump around, but I'm gonna start at 10. Okay, you can read Isaiah the 10th chapter, which is a powerful chapter, going into these other nations being our slaves. All right, and it's our God-given right, our inheritance. Okay, from Yahweh Bashem Shai himself, he gave us that. All right. So you people talking about, oh, slavery's bad. Well, the Most High created slavery. How about that? How about them apples? All right, the kingdom that you're standing upon, all right, the reason why you have all these amenities is because of slavery. It's because of the slavery of the Israelites too. Okay, not just anybody. Slavery of the Israelites, which we're still in slavery to this day. All right, we have birth certificates, social security cards. All right, we can't just get up and leave. All right, we've been stuck here. All right, for what? For slaves. Okay, to build up this kingdom and to keep this kingdom going. All right, and Esau, he allows us to eat chicken. All right, go get a beer. You can even so-called make a little bit of money in this society. All right, but you know what? You're still a slave under the so-called white man. You're still a contractual slave. Because what? If the so-called white man, his police force comes and grabs your ass up, I don't care if there was a video of a so-called Jake who had a PhD, was going to school for get his PhD to be a doctor. Okay? And the so-called white man, a white woman called the police on him because she thought that he was breaking into his own car. And you know what? The police rushed him and threw his ass on the ground. So much for all that that education, so much of thinking that you're a so-called white man. All right, you Negroes that are here in America. All right, because you have never been accepted by the so-called white man. All right, you're just a good house nigga. That's all that they think. Oh yeah, he's just a good. He's different from the rest. He's just a good slave. All right, and you pretty much kiss the so-called white man's ass, Esau's ass, to get up into them positions. All right, because even then, even if you have a doctorate, a PhD, you only can go so far in the society. All right, you can only go so far in the society. You will never be accepted by the so-called white man. All right, let me go. Isaiah 60:10. And the sons of the strangers shall build up thy walls. Okay, and this strangers right here is talking about the other nations, the heathens. All right, that's that word right there. It's synonymous with heathen. Okay. Okay, not in Isaiah the 14th chapter. All right, that's talking about Israelites. Okay, so you have to know and differentiate between when it's talking about Israelite foreigners. Okay, and the natural Gentiles, the other nations, okay? And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and the king shall minister unto thee. Yeah, that's right. The elite of these other nations that are living good, okay? They gonna minister unto us, okay? And the word minister means to serve. All right, so they gonna get on their hands and knees, man, and serve Jake. They gonna serve us, man. All right. If we want some pineapple juice, they're gonna have to go get that fresh pineapple and squeeze it, man. All right, if we want it cold, all right, well you're gonna have to go into the glaciers, all right, and go get some ice, man. And you know what? We'll wait. You're gonna bring it in time that we want, all right, or it's gonna be punishment. That's how it's gonna come to this come when we are in our kingdom, all right. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Therefore thy gate shall be continually of Slakia. Therefore thy gate shall be open continually. Now let me go up here to verse 10 again. It says, and for in my wrath I smote thee, meaning the Lord, he put us in slavery under these other nations. All right, and made us a laughing stock. The Lord made us a laughing stock, okay, in amongst the other nations. All the other nations look at Jake. When you go into these different cities, and you'll see, you know, Moabites, Japhites, Ishmaelites, Hamites, Edomites, they'll be going to work, doing this, doing that, walking on the street. And 9 times out of 10, okay, when you see a so-called black man or a black woman or an Israelite man, all right, they're on the streets, man. They're begging for money. The clothes look like they're about to fall off them. They're out of their mind. They got spirits on them. Okay? And then the other nations, they go back and that's the so-called dinner conversation amongst themselves. Okay, when they get amongst themselves, they talk about you Israelites. All right, even though the Lord did that to us to make it a proverb and a byword, the Lord said He is going to show favor unto us and have mercy. All right, so, and this right now, the knowledge that we have right now, the ones that are pushing this is the Lord starting to show mercy onto His people. Okay. You can read that. You can read that how the Lord casted off Israel in the book of Hosea, the 1st chapter. Okay, but it says, "Yet I will have mercy on Jacob, and yet choose Israel," and how He's going to set us in our own land. Okay, because we're not in our land right now. Okay, the Americas have been a prison camp for you Israelites. Okay, all right, and then once we take over the planet Earth, okay, once Yahweh Shai comes back, then that's when it's going to be a prison camp for these other nations, all right, to serve Israel. You Israelites, okay? Verse 11, therefore thy gate shall be open continually. All right, it's going to be 24/7, okay? They shall not be shut day or night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. All right, meaning our gates, which represents our city, okay, in the ancient world you have the gates of the city, which is the opening of the city. Okay, the opening of the city are going to be open continually, all right, 24/7. For the Gentiles, these other nations, to bring in these different goods, silks, linens, all right, wood, gold, silver, gems. All right, they're going to be working. They're going to work for us. All right, nonstop. They're going to work for us. They're going to work for Jake. They're going to work for Jake. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. That's right. If these other nations don't want to serve Israel, they don't want to serve you black and Hispanics, all right, they're going to get put to death. All right, they're going to get wiped out. They're going to get wiped out. They're going to have to do it with a smile on their face. All right, we're going to be able to read their spirit if they talking any BS. All right, and you're gonna have some uprisings too. All right, we're gonna totally lay a waste of uprisings. We're gonna let all the other nations see it too. We're gonna let all the other nations see when you disobey the children of the Most High. All right, the children of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right, because this whole inheritance was given into Yahushai. This whole inheritance of slavery and the other nations were given unto Yahushai. You think Yahushai is gonna come back and serve? And he's going to be a servant? Are you out of your mind, man? He's going to have you heathen nations, all right, with a rod of iron. He's going to be beating you to pulp. All right? He's going to beat you to pulp. I'm going to prove that, man. This is Psalms 2:1. Why do the heathen rage, you other nations, and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, you have the G20 summits, these secret hidden councils of you other nations, all right, that are joined unto Esau. Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. All right, because from the inception of Israel as a nation, we've been putting nothing but hell on you nations. All right, even though you will put us in slavery for a moment, the Lord will come and bring a deliverer and deliver us out of that nation and then destroy that nation that put us in slavery. Look at the Egyptians. That's a perfect example of how the Lord, he saved his people. And he's going to do it again. All right, and this time it's going to be a spectacular deliverance. All right, ain't going to be no rinky-dink deliverance where we take up arms and we do a coup. No, it's going to be an ultimate spectacular intergalactic, all right, takedown of the so-called white man. All right, and then these other nations that have been joined hand in hand, even though they're going to be beefing, even though these missiles are going to get shot on America, they're still going to, if they're allowed, they're still going to run a society, okay, converse to righteousness, all right, which means that it's death, all right, and they had a chance. The Russians will put us in slavery. The Russians had a chance to come take over power, or if the Chinese had a chance to take over power, they'll put us in slavery. They'll put the Israel. You think if the Russians or the Chinese or the Pakistanis, the Indians, do you think that if they come into power that they're going to make us a separate nation, and then we're going to be hand in hand with them? No, we're going to still be on the low. They're still going to put drugs in our community. They'll try to do away with us too. Okay. Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in heaven shall laugh, the Lord shall have them in derision. Because this is the Lord's plan that's making this all happen. All right, he's going to have them delusional. All right, not knowing what the hell is going on. Okay, then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure. Yeah, when our Lord comes back, Yahushua, man, he's going to put these nations back where they need to be, under him. Okay? They're going to put these nations back under where they need to be, man. Under him and under the Israelites, okay? As slaves. I just proved to you that Israel received, in Genesis the 27th chapter, 29, that his inheritance, okay, was to put you nations into slavery. And for you to be our slaves. That's our inheritance. And it's going to go into it when I read down. All right, we're going to read down to prove even furthermore that you other nations are bound by a contract through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai to be our slaves. Okay, and there's nothing that you can do about it. You were born to be a servant unto the children of God, all right? The holy people. Yet, verse 6, yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion, all right? I would declare the decree. The Lord has said unto me, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. All right. And this is going into our Lord Yahweh Shai, all right, the King. Okay. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen. Hold on. Verse 8, Psalms 2 and 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession. What is that, man? It's talking about this. It's talking about the blessing that Isaac gave to Jacob. Okay, and that King Yahushai, he's an Israelite. He's an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. So undoubtedly, all right, he's going to get this inheritance. All right, and this is actually his inheritance. Okay, this is actually his inheritance, to get the uttermost parts of the earth, the fatness of the earth. Okay, and this is all symbolizing how we're going to be living in the land of milk and honey. We're going to be living good. Okay, the earth is going to really show its increase. All right, so the food that we eat is going to be 100% perfect. Okay, the fruits and vegetables that we eat are going to be 100% perfect. They're going to be a greater portion of nutrients. Okay, the earth oxygen level is going to be at an all-time high. Okay, which is very good for your system, for your body. All right, kills bacteria, because the more oxygen in your body, in your bloodstream, kill all viruses and bacteria. Okay, not to mention that we're going to have spiritual powers. Okay, and then in verse 29, it says that the nations are going to bow down to us. Okay, so this is just reiterating that inheritance, that blessing that Jacob got from Isaac, to Jacob, which, if you can accept it, Isaac is Yahweh Shai coming back in the reincarnation. Okay, let me go down. I would declare the decree. The Lord has said unto me, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna have the earth. We're gonna have the earth and its possessions. All the great streams and lakes and waterfalls and beaches. We're going to be able to enjoy that. The mountains. We're going to be able to enjoy that. Not you nations. All right. You're going to have the crumbs. All right. That's what it's going to come down to. You're going to have the crumbs. Now, one nation is going to even live comparably to how Israelites going to live. Okay. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them into pieces like a potter's vessel. That's right. We're gonna put hell on you other nations by the force of the sword. All right, we're not gonna ask you to go into slavery. Okay, we're not gonna ask you, can you pick up this, or can you do this? Can you build my mansion, my kingdom? We're not gonna ask you. We're gonna beat it into you. You're gonna be forced to do it. All right. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings. Be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Yeah, that's right, because we're going to judge the earth. That's part of our job. Serve the Lord with fear. Serve Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, with fear, and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye shall perish from the way. When his wrath is kindled but a little, blessed are all they that put their trust in him. That's right, blessed are all they that put their trust in Yahweh Yahushai. Okay? And Yahweh Yahushai. Because we're going to get the heathen for our possession. All right, because it was part of Israel's lot, and its inheritance was to have you other nations into slavery. All right, so I mean, I can go on, but through the Spirit, I'm gonna stop it there. All right, Lord's will, you brothers got some edification. That these other nations are going to go into slavery, even if they didn't put us into slavery. All right. Our inheritance was to have them as slaves. All right, the Lord just played it out, okay, being righteous, okay. to show them, hey, look, you have my people in a slave. I'm gonna put you're actually a slave, man. And these other nations know it. All right, they copy Jake's style. They want to be Israelites, but when it really comes down to being an Israelite, they don't want none of them curses. All right, and they hate us because we're better than them. So with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, give honors to my apostles and elders, a great millstone, and peace and blessings to you brothers out there doing the work in truth and sincerity to the elect. Shalom.